Hello and welcome back. It's Rick187 here, and we are back with some more combat mission at Battle for Normandy. We're returning to the 9th Cameroons in their defence of La Haut de Bosq. So thus far, in the first 50 minutes or so of this mission, we have blunted the German attack on the left. We've repulsed them from the Hansel objective. Where on the right, we've had some success, but they have gained a foothold just in the very rightmost edge of Gretel objective. So our plans for the next 30 minutes or so is to essentially mount a counterattack of our own to push the Germans completely out of this objective. We have finally got some armour support, which is currently sitting in the middle, who are working their way over to the right. We're also waiting on an artillery barrage coming in. So up until then, there's not a huge amount else we're going to be working on. We are having some issues with the spotting of artillery round. The rounds we've seen land so far have been in the middle of this field over here, which is nowhere near where we need them to be. So we're kind of drawing up a backup plan for going in, essentially infantry supported by tanks, without artillery barrage if they can't get it on target with the next. Probably the next 6 minutes. I'll give them till say 25 minutes, and then I do want to push in. Meanwhile, we've done a little bit of a kind of a foray forward on this left-hand side. It is getting dark, so we're kind of tripping over Germans really when we find them, and when we do, we are taking the odd casualty here and there. So I'm just going to pull back with the infantry. I don't see any real need to try and keep pushing forward on that. And with that, let's just jump into the first minute, see if we see anything. I'm suspecting this is going to be fairly quiet. And we may in fact end up skipping a little bit of time here if not too much is happening. Hopefully we can extract our HQ team. Oh, there we go. Let's go in and just enjoy that. See who gets the actual kill. 'Cause I think the brain carrier actually opened up as well. So the Brenner was it very? No, it was this this squad here. Looked like it was the Sten gunner. Oh no, the brain gunner. Sorry. Good. That's good. We can now extract that surviving HQ section. I'm not expecting really any more contact over here. You will hear these guys firing because they were on a target area order. So I'll just keep going for this minute until we get rid of it. Again, fully quiet over here. This red icon is a couple of surrendered Germans. Who must have some of their platoons still active. Oh, we have got a live spot though. That's not going to go well for him. He's changed his mind and he's running away. And there he goes. Good. Oh, and they've put some other people in this building. So actually, it could have been the guys who were in it before, then just kind of suppressed and then unsuppressed. So actually what I think might be a good use for this third tank is to bring it over into this compound, which should be protected from their half-track with the 75mm gun in it, and just to be able to pop a few rounds into that building just in case we're having trouble. I mean, we do have a lot of firepower here, but again, it might be quite useful. Our tanks are starting to come through here. This road's blocked by destroyed Bren, so we're having to work the way through to the field. And yeah, I'm just going to pull this infantry back now. So I will go. I'll plot the movement order for that tank, and then we will probably come in with the next minute. Alright, so I plotted that movement order for tanks. I'm going to bring him rounds just back onto the main road and down, and ultimately into this little position, which gives a nice little kind of keyhole view onto this house where Germans may have tried to put more troops without exposing them to the half-track hidden away back there. Without further ado, we shall push on with the next minute. Again, we've pulled back on the left-hand side, so not expecting any contact over here, and it may well go pretty quiet over here. Oh, we are actually taking some casualties. Oh, and they have pushed in. Right, hang on. Oh, and it's getting really dark now. So we did actually push up to this tree line. By the looks like we took a casualty in this squad. Just a rifleman at least. And someone has got eyes on that. Oh, bad news though. In all of that, the HQ unit that was doing a spotting for artillery round appears to have bitten the bullet. Which is somewhat unfortunate. So I think it's just we're just gonna have to push in without that artillery support. Well, they were getting closer, but it might take them a few minutes to realise their spotter is no longer with them. Yeah, it's unfortunate. What I'm gonna do as well, actually, is since we're bringing like proper armor support round on this hand side, is to move the brain carrier around, potentially just into here, even around here, something like that, just to provide some additional support for Germans if they are kind of pushing on this line. All right, I'll map that in now. Okay, and also I really want to wait till these, they're not too far off, but let our tanks kind of get into position before we kind of do our final push. So what I'm tempted to do is just essentially skip forward the next couple of minutes unless something of note happens. So yeah, I'll kind of bring you guys back if there's anything worth watching, but I feel on that it might be just a couple of minutes of me kind of positioning my forces and getting ready for the final push on that these houses. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes since I last spoke to you guys. So I've maneuvered the tanks into position. So I've got one of the Sherman 2s here, Firefly based here, and the other Sherman 2 down there. I have got both of the Sherman 2s, so just got a kind of 30-second target briefly on these two buildings where we know there's at least one German rifleman in the bottom story of that one. And we did see an MG trooper in this building in the third story a fair while ago. He may or may not be still there, but it's certainly worth a little bit of ammo just to expend a few rounds. So I thought I'd brought you back in since it was a little bit of action and not much has been happening since. I did actually restart. Oh, that's not what you're trying to shoot at. I restarted the barrage countdown with this HQ unit, same as before. Don't know if I'm going to stick with it. Might end up just cancelling it, but at least it's counting down. Oh, you are not having any luck hitting this target, man. Ah, there you go. Finally managed to beat that hedge. That's good. Yeah, those few rounds should upset any people hiding out in those buildings. So to be honest, I mean, I'm feeling relatively confident that we could push it at the minute. It's just a question of whether I really am willing to wait another 10 minutes for... oh, they're half-tracks on the move. Oh, this could change things. Perhaps I don't want to be sitting here side on, to be perfectly honest. This does make things a little bit more interesting. So let's definitely get you to turn and face. Oh, it helps if I'm in the command phase. Where are we? Face that gap. And we'll get you to turn and face as well. Although I don't know how much... Yeah, you've got almost no vision, but you might. In fact, you might be able just to. No, you'd have to reverse, and I'm worried about exposing ourselves since they are in position and we are not. You know, the possibility of yeah, sneaking a shot through this gap. It would be alright if you were maybe back one action square. But as it is, I'm actually going to tell you to pull forward. Just to get you out of harm's way. Hopefully if he does advance a bit further, this guy will get sight of him. Alright, well I was going to say I'll cut away and come back But let's let this minute play out and see what we spot. See if he does keep coming forward and see if we get eyes on him. Oh, that would be the time, but it might just be too dark. We don't have anyone there to make the contact. Yeah, I think we might have missed him. Where is he going? Is he just going to stay there, I wonder? We could just sneak our Piat team up into this little hedge here, see if they can get a cheeky spot. Might be worth doing that. And I would say at this point, this barrage is not necessary. We can find a way to eliminate this half track just using the resources we've got, and we'll just push infantry units in there. Let's go into the command phase. Right, let's get you just to move into there. I'd also like some more, because what I would quite like to see if we can get some more infantry in this building, and then we can confirm there's no immediate threats. We could obviously push up our tanks to a slightly closer support role. So I'm going to get this squad to move up. I say squad, I meant section. Just come along the back road, make sure you're not too exposed. And then come in just into level 1 in here. We got just 2 riflemen, okay. You stay where you are. And let's bring... Who do we want to bring up? Actually, do you have any eyes onto this guy's current position? No. No chance. However, he definitely didn't see you. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this tank, I'm going to pull him probably back quite a way to really minimise the chance of visibility. And I might, if he's got that the targeting there, I might get him to take a few pot shots. I'll go get his movement. I want to do a bit of investigation into lines of sight, etc. But I'll come back and let you know what I've decided. Alright, so I'm pulling this tank back just around a bit here. He may or may not have line of sight through there. I suspect he's probably not doing it be useful there. Just given that he won't be able to make a positive target identification, and because of the hedge you see here, he can't get a target aim onto the ground itself. But hopefully our Piat team will get the job done, and then we can continue to push infantry in. Meanwhile, I've just tweaked this tank slightly, so he's going to just swing over a little bit. So he's got a bit of a sight onto the back of this field, just in case for whatever reason Half-Track tries to make a run for it. And finally I've started to bring up this tank just a little bit. Kind of closing the net, so to speak. Really it'll be key to see if our Piat team can make the spot. Perhaps I should have him on a hunt rather than a walk. But anyway, they're casually walking up in the dark. I mean, that's got to be what, like 20 meters maybe? I mean, I appreciate it's almost 10 o'clock at night, but still. Wow, is visibility that bad? Okay. Colour me surprised, but fair enough. Yeah, it doesn't look like binoculars are doing you much good, mate. Okay, fair enough. Meanwhile, you guys are starting to push along. I'm probably going to bring my but my second section up as well. So we've got kind of 2 of you involved in this push. So I'll just bring you guys up to here, and I'll get your HQ as well to be at least in the general vicinity. Good. I'd love to get eyes on this just to know what its orientation was. If it was, you know, facing off in this direction, we'd be much more comfortable in pushing the tank forward slightly, because I know I'm going to get shot off before he turns round. But I'll be a little bit patient. So with you, I'd quite like to try and get you guys in there at some point, but it's probably exposing you to too many angles of fire. So I'll push into this house first with this division, or its division section, and then we'll think about clearing up other buildings. Okay. That's all to it. Let's just roll on. So I'll keep you with me for this minute, because I'm really hopeful we get a spot from our P8 team. Because it is a half track. It's pretty large. Oh, we've spotted the thing on fire. So it's good to know our eyes work a little bit. But we really haven't seen that. That's crazy. Okay. Now hopefully, obviously, if we can't see them, they can't see us. Downside is we can't see them, we can't shoot them. Okay, we've occupied that house without incident. We've recovered our comrade who's been there for ages, just having a bad day. Okay. Strangely quiet. Yeah, I don't feel like you're being a lot of use back here. If we jump into command phase, you'll see that... Yeah, you know, he's saying I can't see past this hedge. Where, and again, it's like our AT gun before. In reality, you come down. Wow, I suppose it has a little bit of sight through here. It's pretty narrow, isn't it? Pretty narrow. I'll not get too upset about that. So I think it's going to come down to either this P8 team or this tank we're bringing up in the rear. But I do want to ensure my angles are covered before I send the tank in. The last thing I want to do is lose a tank to a Panzerfaust I didn't correctly identify. I'll get you to come up behind. And we'll just do a bit of leapfrog. We'll get the first section in there. Once they've got that stabilised, I'll probably bring this section round and just into that house. We'll just... Sure, I'll move this guy up a little bit. It's probably a little bit dangerous, actually. Let's not go quite so close. That's better. Okay, let's keep going. I'm determined eventually, if I keep it live, we will actually get a spot on this half track. Apparently that's not the way it's going. Okay. Another pretty quiet minute. Well, it might get a little bit louder if these guys push around the corner. Oh, they don't have time. Okay. Right, well, what I think I'm going to do is grab this lowly survivor, tell him not to draw attention to himself. Right. And then see if I can't scoot him upstairs in here. Unfortunately, it might not end well for him, but I'd really like to get some eyes on this. Yeah, I'll keep you guys here just to see if we get any resistance when we occupy this building. But I don't know if I'm expecting any. I know they did have some troops around here. Oh, there you go. Let's have a quick look, see what we're up against. So we've got Bolt Action Man. And there's our MGR there. Okay, hopefully we've got the numbers to push through. Ah, perfect. Oh, there's a lot of them. Come on, lads. 2 of them down. We've lost. Oh, we've lost a lot. Ah, we might be repulsed here. Come on. Oh, that was a bloody firefight. Hang on. Oh, I thought we might have had sight of the half track from a loud explosion there, but I guess not. Right. And they're fleeing through the woods. Ooh. But apparently someone's still in this building. Oh, ouch. Ouch. Okay. Well then. So we lost 3 guys there just to the explosion from the half track at the end. Can you guys... Do you guys actually have eyes now of this half track? Yes. So hopefully you're going to take a pop at him, and if not, the tank's going to take care of him, which is good. That was gnarly. How many of these guys got taken out? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 casualties. Oh. Yeah. But they did take the building, although there's one German. Oh, he's there. Alright. So unfortunately, how... Must be an explosion from this thing. I'm going to want to reinforce this position. Oh! Oh, I never got to destroy that half track. I'm genuinely gutted. Oh. Okay, but let's not let that take anything away from our victory here. So that was okay, a little bit of a mop-up episode here. How did we do? Yeah, we got Hansel and Gretel. We took out 2 tigers and we caused lots of casualties. We didn't minimise Roman casualties, which is... That's an objective I very, very rarely get, unfortunately, and something I do need to work on. They got, interestingly, objectives 3 and 4, which I don't know what they are. Because it's got some points of casualties, and that is about it. So we lost, so we have 132 men still standing and fighting. We lost 100 men killed and wounded. That's that was quite a lot. And I suppose it was mainly through that chew on that right-hand side. 3 armoured vehicles lost. Was it 3? Yeah, it must have been. Okay, that was our... And 1 other vehicle. It'll be the Bren carriers, but I don't remember that many. We'll have to have a look at that in a minute. Meanwhile, Germans, they've got 32 men left standing. They lost 132. Plus 2 tigers and 4 armoured vehicles. Let's have a look at the map. So what have they got left? Yeah, not a whole lot on this right hand side. There's 1 sole engineer running away. So you still got this half track going in. How many brave men did you put down? 7. So almost half his casualties came right at the end where he just got that 1 shot off. Okay. So Yeah, in terms of our vehicle losses, we lost Bren there. I wonder if that counts as an other because it's a what you call it? You know, a limbered gun rather than a static one. And there's another one there, so that's 1, 2. Not sure. Yeah, we did lose a reasonable number of men when the tiger made his charge. Overall, pretty happy with that actually. I think we stuck out a reasonably good game plan to begin with. I think the use of the mortars, the 3-inch mortars, was really good, and it maybe didn't slow them down quite so much over there, but I do think it was really valuable over here. And I can't remember which HQ unit I used to call them in. So unfortunately, I have a bad feeling it's the. I was going to say it's the devil, but it's not. Here was 16 enemy casualties. Oh, okay. So I'm going to guess this guy was the mortar barrage for over here. So we go. That knocked out. Yeah, 16 infantrymen and two half tracks. So we must have had loads of more half tracks over here than I was expecting, or than I saw. But I don't know. Well, there's one there. Okay. So we did get the kill off on that, although we did see the gunner get taken out, so obviously we got a kill on it later. Here's the armoured car. This must have been knocked out at some point by mortar fire as well, yeah. So there you go, that was a really effective mortar barrage. That was interesting. Oh, they had the target reference point there. And that tiger. So good job, anti-tank team. Yeah, there you go. 1 casualty and 1 tiger, and then must be. Is it these guys? No. Here they are. Give other tiger. And you should have had a half track as well. But yeah. So a bit heavy casualties there, especially at the end. I mean, that was like 10 guys who lost in that last minute. But yeah, no, good solid victory. Pleased with that. And yeah, especially considering it's obviously all kind of being kicked off with a loss. Last mission was a bit of a chew. It was nice to have one that was a bit more of a comfortable victory, and keen to see where we go on there. Although if I remember correctly from the campaign map, I think we're about to leave the Cameronians and jump off into the something Argyle. I can't remember what the exact unit name is, but for the next kind of series of missions. But yeah, so that will be the end of Defending of Haut. Hope you have enjoyed watching. If you've got any comments on how the battle went, or if you think anything we should do differently, please fire them down in the comments below. And failing that, I will catch you in the next one. Bye.